Yo, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Animals. I am your host, Theo. Across from me, as always, is Scoot. To his right is Douchebag, and to my left is Denise. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Go back. Just say my name, okay, Eli.
Say my name, say my name.
Bitch boy over there in the blue shirt. It's been a long couple of weeks. We had Mother's Day last week, which we all forgot about, it seemed like. So I started reaching out to everybody.
I didn't forget, Mom.
Happy
Yes,
Mother's
he
Day.
did.
Happy
He
Mother's
did.
Day.
Yeah.
He forgot because I had to remind him.
No, I
That
knew
he
it was
forgot
Mother's Day,
on
but I
this-
still thought we were going to do a show.
Why would we
Yeah.
do a show on Mother's Day?
Exactly.
Yeah, because fuck them moms, right?
No, we had...
Well, screw Scott.
We had our Mother's Day for my mom a week prior.
That's
we
because
took
she
her
was
to dinner.
going out of town.
So that's
She was
why I
gone.
assumed we were doing it. I don't
Because
give
everybody's
God.
mom came to that.
I don't give a shit
The
about
fuck?
your guys' moms. My mom
No,
ate
yeah,
Olive Garden.
Whoa.
Mother's Day's universal. You got to care about all the
Exactly.
fucking
Ooh,
moms.
but while we're on moms,
Did he
I'm
give
not
you
on
some
anybody's
Yeah,
mom.
I
That's
did
not
he
fair.
bring you some
I'm sorry,
flowers
son.
for
Daughter,
Mother's
I am
Day?
on your mom.
I didn't get anything
Anything.
from him on Mom's Day.
Why would
Wow.
I did get a text message.
you? From him?
Just a text
Yeah.
message from one
That was
door
nice.
to another?
Didn't
I was out of town.
Didn't I hand you a hundy?
Well, that's your fault.
No,
Well, that-
you
that's-
handed me
that's-
that
that's
for my
your
trip.
fault.
You said, "Here, this is for your trip."
Right. In return,
And
you give him
Mother's
a handy
Day.
for his
Well,
honey.
yeah.
Right.
You have Amazon account, so he can
Yeah.
send you a-
But you're not a mother to any of his stuff. So
Right.
why would he do...
And I said Happy
can
I
Mother's
say-
have,
Day.
I have,
did. You
yeah,
said he
I agree
did.
with
I
that.
did.
Whatever.
I agree with that, to be
Right.
honest, yeah. That part, yeah.
Whatever.
She never said Happy Father's Day to me in the 3 years
It
we've been together.
Damn.
I will punch you
No, I was
in
talking
your...
about someone else, not you.
Oh.
Someone else.
Unbelievable.
Technically, you could. Yeah.
Look at the eyebrow.
Your daughter wished me a happy Mother's Day.
And got her a gift.
got me a gift.
Did she?
She did. She's the
You
bestest
see?
ever.
You see?
Wow.
You see? Who are you, Ashley? Take it easy over there. Denise left for Mother's Day. She took the family to Kentucky on a fucking family
She
vacation.
went to KFC.
Why Kentucky? You
Wait.
hate him?
Do you with the Kentucky
You
Fried
fucking
Chicken?
hate your family?
No, my aunt lives at. My aunt and my brother live there,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and well, we went to visit my aunt, and
It was a long trip.
it was long for other reasons, but we had the
It's
baby.
great for me. I had 2 free days.
We
Great.
had the baby, the older grandkid, one of the older kids, my 2 kids, and my mom.
Wow, and everybody fit in the same car?
Yeah, I
She
got
rented a
minivan.
van.
Yeah, I got a minivan.
A school bus.
Which that was a whole debacle
Should've
in
just rented a
itself.
U-Haul. Everybody could be in the back of it.
school balls or something.
Well, the first U-Haul, the first U-Haul that I rented was so nice. It was just decked out and everything.
First U-Haul?
I mean,
She did get a U-Haul,
Holy
Scoot.
shit.
the first U-Haul I got.
Oh my
No,
god.
the first rental. In my defense, I have a migraine right now, so I can't function. My brain is functioning
Yeah,
on
what's the excuse
10%.
any other
I don't think they're gonna notice the difference.
No, not at all.
Whatever. Anywho, the
Like, this is
first
the best
van.
podcast
2
ever.
weeks ago, she was having a stroke, and now she's got a headache.
Maybe I am having a stroke. So it was nice, but then like the service light came on,
What?
like in their parking lot. So I'm pulling up and I'm like, is that supposed to be on? Or can you guys just turn it off?
Not
Is it
supposed
just
to.
for an
Just turn
oil
it off.
change?
Let's put tape over
Give me a
it.
refund
The guy
back.
was like, no, we can't let you have this if that light's on. Now, mind you, they put me in another van, which it's still nice, not as nice as the first one, but
This supposed
they
to be
didn't
a
even
refund.
clean it out. It had like popcorn in the back,
Oh no.
water bottle, a hotel receipt in it. Yeah. Anywho, it was still a
Oh,
nice van though.
Somebody made a mistake.
And then come find out all they had to do, it just went through an oil change and the guy forgot to reset the button.
Dude,
I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't say much about anything, and you deal with what you deal with. But if you give me a nice ass van, I got all these fuckers. I gotta
Scoot, you
take
didn't
with
say
me.
anything about the guy valeting your car in the fucking pouring down the rain. Left your doors open. But now you're going to say something about a rental?
oh my
I
God,
would.
I
I
forgot
said
about
old
that.
car, you didn't say shit. Now you're going to complain about a
Right.
fucking rental?
I didn't say that
Right.
because
I
you
don't-
already ran back inside.
I don't believe
Right.
any of that.
Right.
You
Chase
him
you're
down
not
to give
going
him
to
a
say
tip,
shit. dead. You're not gonna say shit.
They did. They hooked me up.
You take it for an oil change. I know what you would do.
Hold on. You didn't let me finish. I would look over to my wife and be like, "Get him." You know what I mean?
No, I
Get
did.
a dirty ass vehicle.
No. I complained about all that. I said, listen, I just want you to know, right, that because you want them to write down the dings and stuff. But when I got in this, because rental cars, you're not supposed to smoke in them. So I said, mark this down. It's already dirty in the car.
Cigarette burn.
And it smells not like cigarettes. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
the manager guy was super cool. Oh,
Yeah, because
and
he was stoned.
well, no, he was super cool
He has
about
to be
it.
cool.
Because when we came all the way back home with the new van, and it was still showing I had the old van. So I went back, and the manager guy was like, listen, I'm here till 10. Even though I was
I'm
supposed
here till 10. I see 4 single ladies.
Right.
There's a chance I got a chance with one of them, even if it's the grandma.
That's gross. Okay, no, he said that, so I was supposed to bring the van back at 7. He said he's there till 10, so I technically had till 10 to bring it back, which was nice, which means I didn't have to rush
You're right to 950.
back home. But he gave me the rental for what you would pay right out for a rental instead of the pay later.
Okay.
It's like a 25%.
Like a discount at 50
Yeah,
cents,
I think I've only
25%.
rented a vehicle twice in my life. Tennessee, me and Antonio got a vehicle, and then Puerto Rico, the
Yeah.
first time I went.
I'm always renting because I don't want to put
Doesn't
miles
seem
on
like a
it.
very good experience.
No, it's not.
It is. It usually goes pretty well. but-
Usually doesn't have the check engine.
How
light
much
on.
money did you save taking the rat trap instead of the fucking nice van? You said they gave you some money off or something?
I spent $185
How much
compared
would
to
it
what?
have been if you'd
For
have just
one day?
Right, compared-
to something.
For one
Two
day?
something. No, for the weekend.
Oh.
For the whole weekend.
technically.
Yeah, but now the
Just one
kids are
day.
back there eating somebody else's popcorn and shit. I don't
No,
know.
the benefit of it is I didn't fill it all the way up on full, and I didn't clean it out when I returned it.
Maybe that's where you
It's a
got the bed
win-win.
bugs, though.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Right?
say
They
that.
went.
Oh my god!
Maybe the baby was getting lit up in the back, and you guys are just singing along.
We're
and shit.
we're in it a week later.
Wait.
Anyway,
Well, they have to fucking hatch new eggs and stuff like that.
stop.
Yeah.
That's gross.
One
Because you'll
day,
have me
all
itchy now.
$185 for one day.
Yeah.
For the weekend.
No, she picked it
One
up
day.
Friday night,
Friday,
Sunday
Friday,
night,
Saturday,
Sunday
Sunday.
night.
2 days, so. But still, that's a lot.
Anyway,
It is a lot. 185. What do you think?
Seems like it.
So there were 6 of them sleeping in a 2-bedroom hotel. Or wait, you
What?
said there's a third bed? Or
we had
a
3.
two bed,
3.
1 couch, pull out,
Yeah. 3.
Ooh, doesn't come to.
and a crying baby the whole ride.
That's when
Yeah.
the pullout should have happened.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the funny thing I was going to show you guys.
It was crying baby.
So on our way back home, I wanted some water for the trip, right? We get to
The
this.
trip's over. You're on your way back.
We're on our way, to come back home, I'm saying, because we had water going down. We brought our own water. But coming back home, we wanted some water. So I stopped at a gas station, Speedway. Yeah, I'm throwing you guys under the bus in Cincinnati.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
Throw Cincinnati right in the
Yes.
water. Like, just,
We walk in.
It's our hometown, Scoot.
I know.
And
Look what happens from there.
I'm like, Koi, where's the water? She was like, I don't think they have any water. And I'm like,
What?
it's a gas station. They gotta
Speedway,
have
yeah.
water. So I'm looking. I'm like, maybe she just didn't see. I'm looking in the aisles. I'm looking in the
Bottled
refrigerators.
waters everywhere.
There's no water.
What?
So we get
There's a shortage.
Shortage.
we go
dried
up
up.
front to the checkout.
Bunch of lakes and ocean and all that stuff. There's
They
bunch of waters
had-
everywhere. What the fuck?
They just hadn't.
Talking about.
They got a shipment in and just hadn't put anything away. So this is how we
you
had
took
to
a
get.
picture?
Up, over, closer. Okay.
This is how
That's shit. Go ahead.
we had to get. This is how we had to get our water.
So you had to take it out of the thing. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Self-serve.
I had to take it out to get, but did you see everything else?
They don't unstock.
They
like
didn't
the fucking dollar store, dude.
They did not unstock.
Sounds like a pretty
all.
boring trip to me. Yeah, you know.
That was the highlight.
It was
of
a
it,
great
right?
trip that you
the
had.
bed bugs and the fucking self-serve
No,
water.
it gets worse because we ate dinner at this bar.
With the
A
kids?
bar.
Yeah, it's
with
in the
a bunch of
hotel.
restaurants
Someone had to
or-
do the dishes
It's
too.
a bar and grill. It's a bar and
kids
grill.
got drunk.
So it's at the hotel. And
Wait, yeah, okay.
so I was like, at this point, I was tired. It was the end of the night. I just wanted to go to bed. So I told the lady, she was checking us out. I'm like, just bill it to the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Gave it a wrong
And you
number.
paid the whole bill.
You billed it to
Yeah, I paid the
127.
bill. And then
Big baller here.
$300
the
later.
next, no, it was like $109.
So much for my fucking train ride next week.
But I was like, me and Sequoia were like, $109. What did we get? Because all we got was like sandwiches. So I'm like, I called the hotel. I'm like, hey, I didn't get an itemized bill for
It's
our
complaining
dinner.
Carol again on line 2.
Whatever.
Just broad
So she gives it to me, and I'm looking through it, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. 20% gratuity that you just took it upon yourself to take out for yourself.
That's what most
That's
people
like
are doing.
18.
Most
Right now.
people skip out on the tip.
But we left a tip.
You shouldn't have. You should have read the receipt first.
We didn't get
So you
the
left, you
receipt.
40% tipped her?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. So I called.
I'd catch that bitch in the parking lot.
Oh no, it gets better. So
were
I know why
Somebody-
they did it, because they seen Denise, you know, and they're like, uh-oh, we got another dine and dasher here.
whatever.
Oh
So
my
I emailed back to the manager and was like, we left a tip.
Carol, email.
We
Carol.
don't think that you just take it upon yourself to throw that 20%
I'm
on
all
there.
for it. I mean, you just see people dine and dashing all the time. Just
And-
throw it in there.
And we cleaned the table for them.
Oh, shit.
But let me ask you this: if it's just thrown in there, and like, let's say that's mandatory now,
But it's not, 'cause
Do you
They
think?
should provide. They should provide.
They should tell you.
They should tell you
Well,
before that.
let me ask you:
They don't have to tell you there. It's in writing.
No.
Is this going to
No,
affect the
it's
quality
not.
of your service from now on? Then, because now they're just like, I get 20% whether I show up and give you.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't. So I get it. What
Are
you're
they
saying.
coming back bringing drinks
Well,
now?
they're
I'm like, hey,
supposed
we
to-
already got
well,
our
they're
20.
supposed to
Yeah,
let
you're
you know.
guaranteed it. Like you're.
But they didn't service
They're
us.
supposed to let you know.
We had to go get our own drinks.
Right. No, I'm saying Ted. Like
No,
he
in
was
general,
he's
like,
all for
yeah, it
it.
should
Like
be in there.
it should be mandatory.
All right.
But I have a problem with that because I feel
now
like
that- yep.
service
Right.
quality would go
Well,
down.
they weren't supposed to do that according to the manager.
They weren't supposed to add it in.
No.
So she added it in her
She
own
did
tip?
it herself.
Oh, she's
Oh,
in
she
trouble.
gonna get fired.
She will get
So
fired.
Who's she, though?
the
You said no one served you
Waitress-
guys. You had to go get everything
No, she-
yourself.
There was still a waitress.
there was still a
involved.
Did what?
waitress
What did
that
she
took
do?
the order. The chick that took
Well,
the
she's in-
order.
She put herself down for 20%.
She's
yes.
in trouble.
So
fucking
the
ballsy.
manager said, no, they're not supposed to do that.
Holy shit.
And, I am going to have a talk with her and I do apologize. So she credited me back for the whole meal.
That's almost as brave as me paying
the whole-
36 bucks for
I'm
4
telling
Yeah,
you
empanadas.
right
she
now,
credited
she-
back the whole meal, the tip, plus she took
Sometimes
a night.
I just get just the tip.
Oh Jesus! Plus she took a night off of our stay because of it.
She's fired.
So she was trying to rectify it.
She's gone. That lady is gone.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, what she
Because
did over
that's
there- she's gone.
that's theft
Kind of, isn't it?
and fraud.
Did you notice it was like written in or was it typed?
Now, I get if it was a restaurant thing prior, like,
Right.
No, they're supposed
I
to.
don't-
if she's
They're
doing it
I
without the
don't-
they're supposed
manager's
to let you
knowledge,
know. They're
She was too.
supposed to let you know.
Here's the thing. Well, first off, no, because remember I told her bill it to my room, so I didn't sign anything or see anything.
That's why she did it. She's like, yeah,
So
you're
she's like,
tipping me.
Oh, you
well,
want-
no, she's so comfortable doing it. She was okay with doing it.
Maybe she's doing this
I'm
for
not
a
the
lot of people.
first, and I feel like she probably does it for the people who say bill the room because we typically wouldn't look.
Right.
And if it's billed on your bill, you're not gonna.
She's been doing
You're gonna
this-
be like, oh,
She's
okay.
been
I look
doing-
at
She's
everything.
been doing this for a long
But
time.
I do too.
I
But
look
let me
at
tell you,
everything.
if
And
she-
I told him that.
If she gives you credit for everything, She's fired.
And they gave us 10,000 points.
She's gone.
There's shit I tell you guys on my bank statement that I don't know about, and I have my card canceled. Then realized 2 days later it was something that I
Dude, I hate bank statements because they're like pop goes the weasel, and you're like, what did I order? What the fuck does that mean? And it's Burger King. And you're like, why is that? What is that a
She's
thing?
gone.
Yeah, she was too comfortable with it too. Like,
and
it's sad too.
And she's kind of like. She did horrible service, and she still thought she deserved
Right.
20. I'd be like, I really didn't do shit. I'm going to write myself in 10%.
well, here's the thing: the fact that she put 20, like, why wouldn't you put 10 or 15?
She
No, she
wanted
put
all
the
of it.
highest.
Because she put
you're not gonna look.
You're not gonna look
Let's judge this bitch. What did she look like? Did she look like she was
from Kentucky.
Was she a 20
a thieving
percenter?
ass? Yeah.
Yeah,
She looked kind of.
yeah.
So I mean,
Sad.
if you're gonna look like that, you better do better. Just do
Yeah, she
better.
had a lot of good weekends. Tell them about your duck racing. We were gonna get rich off this.
Wait, which?
Oh boy, here we go with another stroke.
No, am I talking about the sperm?
Yeah, the duck races you went to. You said we were gonna get rich, and
Oh,
you came back.
oh my God.
There she is. Yeah, wind her up like a toy soldier.
So I went to a fundraiser.
A duck racer
And
or
it's
a
a-
fundraiser?
It's a fundraiser that has
Duck racer.
ducks
Ducks.
that race. I have a video I can show you.
Ducks.
It's little baby ducks that
post.
race.
Wait a minute. So a fundraiser for ducks?
No,
No.
For race ducks. They're trying to build a track.
Anyway, so they
this is
have
turning into racist ducks.
they have door prizes, 50-50 raffle, baskets that you can raffle off, whatever.
Gift basket.
Yeah. And
She didn't win
I went
shit.
up to get a number for the raffle, like for this, like call off this 50-50. And there was like 3 numbers, 4, 32, and another number. And I was like, well, just give me 4. And then I give him the money and I said, 32 is going to win.
32-1.
He goes, well, why don't you get 32? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, but if you feel like it's going to win.
Wow.
I'm like, well, I mean.
It's so hard to
let
just
someone
change your
else-
number right there.
Yeah. And guess what won?
32.
Yep. So I tell
Why
him.
wouldn't you just buy all 3?
I tell
Cancel
him,
everything
I'm
out.
How much
like,
were they? Like 89 cents?
$5 a piece.
And you didn't buy 32?
I know, and I told him, I said we could have had some money. Sorry,
How much would you have won?
$100.
For $5.
Yeah.
I would have bought. If I felt that strongly about 32 that I actually said to somebody 32 is going to win, I'd have bought 32.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't.
I think she wanted that luxury of 32 comes in, they could see each other across the room. Told you. Told you.
Whatever.
I knew
Still
it
both
was
of them broke
coming.
as fuck. Like, we did it.
You didn't
Whatever.
win shit. You lost $5.
Whatever.
So yeah, the duck races didn't amount to anything. But I was reading a story in Los Angeles. Now they have sperm races. Scoot, you hear of this? Where now they're racing sperm.
No, for real.
They're racing sperm.
What is the finish line?
The egg.
What is that?
First one to the egg.
Is there just
You become a father.
What the fuck? Sperm
It's
races.
crazy. I would go.
They're giving
And
money
that-
Get
each.
knocked up.
They're giving
No,
money each
like,
week
to watch it. It's
to
crazy.
train their
watch?
mind, bodies, and diets.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of young kids. There's a microscopic racetrack that mimics the reproductive system, and then
You
they
gotta watch
race
it.
little sperms.
So is
There's
it like
video.
ready, set, and then
Go.
No.
shoot? I shot too early.
You guys
No.
ever see the track and field video of the chick running and she just falls? That's gonna be me. I know where my sperm's just. He's just. He's trying. He's just.
Oh my God.
Fuck, man. I don't know.
Hey,
Like, that just sounds
That's
weird.
crazy.
Denise,
Depending on the money, though, would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, but you don't want to go up against a young guy because his stuff's gonna like outrace.
How
your
do you
stuff.
know
You
that,
don't
though?
know that. Like I popped out 2 kids fairly easily.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've had sex twice in my life. And
I
both
haven't
times
even
she got
had
pregnant.
sex and had a daughter. It's crazy.
So I mean,
God.
I think I got some swimmers, dude. I could, you know what? I could Phelps out a fucking handful of them things, and you know what I mean.
I'm waiting for him to say 1, 2.
Hey, we should have a race, right?
Oh,
Shit,
jeez.
Pops would be still killing them at 80.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
He can't have any left though. Like
don't know. Shit. That's crazy.
Another thing happened, Scoot, for the first time. Old Nisi made it to church with Eli.
I went
John
undercover.
23. Yeah.
I went undercover.
Taking secret videos.
So is this,
I got pictures.
This is going to be so entertaining we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Great.
Look at him eyeing her. You say
Crickets.
one thing, I'll fucking kill you. I swear
She's
to
going
God.
to tell the whole
Don't
story.
even say anything. It's a
See, look
secret.
at him.
By the
It was
way,
nice,
but
though.
Somebody,
It was
but No,
nice.
somebody promised he was going.
Oh yeah, he said he was
never
going, and then he
once said-
didn't
Said
go.
the day before
You did.
that you was going.
You
No,
did
I never
say
said
it.
I was going
Yes,
to church. No, I said
you
if they
did.
handed out full-size candy bars, I'd think about it.
Well, Denise, talk about the experience that you have.
Wait, they gave out the candy bars?
No, I would have went.
No, I was starving at this place.
No, yeah.
and
don't
my
feed
back
you guys?
hurt. No,
It sounds like a good
they don't
They have a
thirst.
little-
They don't give you anything to drink either.
They have like the AI bread. You think it's in his hand, but there's nothing there.
No, it was really good. A lot of up, down, up, down, up, down. I love the music.
What are you doing
I'm
to the
glad we
minister,
did the
babe?
up, down because there's
Up.
there's no cushion.
Yeah.
There's no cushions in the pew, and so my back and my butt was killing me. But it was great though.
So I've heard a lot of negative. I was hungry. My back hurts. A lot of up and down.
Somebody
I like the
behind
music.
No, what-
somebody
we-
behind me was eating and it smelled good. Me and
You're just
Krista.
eating in there?
You're allowed to do that in your
Like
church?
it was little
No,
snacks,
not
like
supposed
chips,
To, but it's for kids.
Where was Eli at the time while you guys were sitting?
playing his music.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his
The
phone.
music was great though. The music was really good.
watching the Yankees.
It was.
No, I was busy the whole time.
Now, are we allowed to say anything?
No, you can't.
Okay, so
Just not
when
about the
they
movie.
had the women,
Hold on, I'm zooming in. We've been waiting for this. Go. You're on. Go.
When
Tell
they-
the whole fucking thing.
when they had the women give like their testimony and their experience, you know, with the whole movement thing, it was nice because like I don't think not one woman didn't cry. Like they all were crying. And even if so this service was in Spanish, and even if you didn't know Spanish, you knew what was going on.
You would just cry because you looked over and someone
No.
else was
I
crying.
don't know, man. If I don't know Spanish, I just hear a bunch of Spanish, and then she starts
No,
crying.
they're
I'd
asking-
assume that's pretty bad.
They ask-
No,
they
they're
ask-
asking-
They asking questions. There's 3 questions. How was how was the experience that you have? You know, they will say wonderful, anything like that. And what are you gonna say to your family? Because the family is gonna receive,
Yeah.
and they start crying because the experience and all that. So
Did you notice any like abundance of baby oils or anything like that?
What the heck? No.
Okay, I'm just saying. There's a lot of crying women and a lot of happy men. I don't know what's going on.
No, but this one lady, she had.
that's one was very emotional for me.
She was real emotional. She was talking about her son, her daughter, and then I think it was her daughter-in-law or someone that she looked at as her daughter, if I understood her correctly.
No, there was
Was it?
He's
her-
like, no, you didn't.
I think
You
that
didn't.
was her mom raised her kid.
Yeah. Same thing.
So
I got
think
it.
she-
My mom
The
raised
gist of
12
it.
kids.
No,
but there
like
was one that she, I think,
Raised
I don't-
her
I
like
don't know
she was
what
her
she's-
own.
I don't know if she was an alcohol,
Yeah.
anything like that, but she
It didn't
tried
seem
to-
like you guys paid much attention. Because you was like, I don't know. She might have been talking about her kid. He's like, I don't know. She might have had some
No,
alcohol.
because we
Were
don't
you
know.
guys
No.
listening or
We
no?
don't know
No.
their story.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Weren't they telling it?
No.
She just said that she loved her like her, as she was her own daughter.
About
So
to make me cry. I don't know.
I think my point of view, because her mom was there, and then her daughter
messing
was in front of her, and she got flowers, and,
yeah, it was nice.
and she kneel.
The church was
Everyone's
beautiful.
up and down and kneeling.
No, she was
Whatever.
walking, kneeling.
Oh,
What?
gotcha.
Yeah.
The church was gorgeous, though.
That's
Was she wearing knee
The
pads?
church was nice.
No.
Just wondering.
But,
I would bring knee pads, but
I'm glad that she
They
experienced.
had they in the pews. They have little knee pad.
What about a cushion for your rump?
for your knees?
No.
No. If
wait,
I
wait,
go
wait,
again,
wait.
I'm bringing a
They got
cushion.
knee pads in the pews.
Yeah.
No, because there's one part
Where you
when
kneel.
the-
Pew,
when the priest blessing the wine and the communion, the bread. So most of them they kneel.
There's an eatery right outside.
What?
Yeah, the little,
Outside the church?
yeah,
Yeah,
little
just a little,
eatery.
What is this, a street festival or is this
No.
church?
It's a church. It's
Can't
a
tell
church
you.
to have something. But she told me got a great experience about the music.
Yeah,
It was a little
it
bit
was
loud,
nice.
the music, but
Do you
know,
feel like you want to start going to church now?
I do go to church.
she's
No,
going to
you
church?
don't.
That's the first time she
You
went
spend
since I met
$20
her.
a month. You cyber church. That don't even fucking count.
Anyway,
But, by the
his
way-
church is very similar to my church as far as music. Like, I'm so glad because my ex was Catholic, and like his music, I like. Most Catholic churches,
No,
La 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 la, Jesus.
they're like hymns. That's the best way I can describe. It's like very bland.
Well, the entrance was very movement, huh?
I took pictures of the church.
Any chance his name's Father La Bamba?
No, but you know what I found
was a-
interesting
it was
is
a-
their priest that gave the service in Spanish also gives it in English.
It's a bishop, yeah.
Well, you guys didn't go to that one?
No,
he's-
kidding.
No.
Still, again, you guys don't understand what's going
most
on.
of
You
the-
should
They got,
have
they got a
went to English.
cassette.
Most of the priests are
That looks lovely. Yes.
most of the priests over here are bilingual. They have to do the English mass and the Spanish at the same day.
Do you have to press 2 for English?
That's
When
what
you walk in?
that's what I had to sit on
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
No, that's not.
No, I'm out.
That's not happening.
Well-
Come on, if you want me to like, well, I could never understand that. Like, you guys build these churches, they're massive,
And they're 4
fucking
hours
beautiful.
long.
The windows probably
For-
cost $400,000.
I agree with
But you
him with
fucking
that.
put in wooden fucking plats for us to sit on. What is wrong?
I have to agree with that.
What about a soft seat?
But
Right.
I think in the point of view it's about the past, about Jesus, what he was sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an example about it too. But
I ain't
what
Jesus.
not to do?
but
I'm not
I
Jesus.
know.
Jesus walked on water. I can't sit on a fucking
don't-
hard ass seat.
I don't think Jesus ever
What
walked
about
into
you
a
two?
church as quite as
What
nice
about
as
you
what you're
two go
building
to
right there.
this movement on July 27th?
You should go just once.
July
Just
27th.
once.
What is it?
July 27th.
Oh, fuck.
Remember we got that thing.
Fuck.
Just once. Support.
All right, well, we'll maybe,
Support
Yeah,
your
we'll
brother
re-entertain this in a
once.
couple weeks
July.
because we
What
might
about that?
have
July 27th.
we have a late
July
4th of July.
27th. No,
That late 4th of July
that's
party
fucking-
we got.
Whatever.
yeah,
we gotta
what a
do that.
Just
douchebag.
once.
What a douchebag.
Well,
you know?
before we take a
Once.
break, I
I
want
don't, I don't understand any Spanish. Why would I go there?
No, I
Like,
know
I
the
really
anxiety. I know, but the anxiety will get. But
No, I don't care about anxiety. I don't speak any Spanish.
No, she was not
don't
uncomfortable. There was a
speak
lot
it.
of people talking to her and stuff like that. The kids
I
was
thought she was
They talk to
Hispanic.
me. Well, because I can understand it.
think
I
she
can't.
was Spanish.
I can't
no,
speak
they
it.
speak English too.
They speak English too.
You said the service
No,
is in
the
Spanish.
service is in
It's in Spanish.
So when does it become English?
Right? Can we go
No,
to an
they
English
talk to
one?
her.
Oh, when they were just talking to
Oh,
her.
Right, but
Goodness.
wouldn't I get more out of it if I went to a
I agree.
English one so I could understand?
Yeah, so
what
you want us to
they're
go
saying?
sit in a 4-hour thing? We don't know what's going on.
No, I agree with you, both of you, but I just want.
Do you
guys
play
to-
in the
At any
English
point, do they give out candy bars?
No.
Damn it.
See, I
Oh
could
wait,
do
so
it.
you don't play in
For
the
that
English
reason, I'm out.
because they do
Only
the book.
the bilingual mass.
That's a
on
little racist, but
Well,
that's
in
all
the
right.
bilingual mass, we will play. So if you guys want to come, they do
There
a
you go.
picnic after that.
A
Picnic.
picnic. There you go.
They do
You're
hot
in.
dogs,
I do like
hamburgers.
Well, I do want to say one thing before we take a break. I didn't get to do this last week because we were out, but I want to give a shout out to Met superfan Seymour Wiener. He passed at the age of 98 years old.
Well, you're a little late on the shout out to him. Then.
Isn't
He's
that-
not gonna
Seymour Wiener, super fan of the Mets. The Mets have Seymour Wiener. The Yankees have Eli.
hear it. Eli Wiener.
We'll
That's
be back
his
after
birth
this.
name.
Stay tuned.
That's his real name.
That's his real name, Scoot. Seymour Wiener.
Just
I
gonna
fell
say he
asleep
fell
during the
asleep
deed while
during
she's
relations.
on top.
What a boner.
All of you fell asleep?
No, you got a time limit, 2 hours.
Wow.
What if we did an OnlyFans?
That's weird.
Get off.
You're a freak.
Yo, welcome back, everybody. Before we get into the news, I got a quick question for everybody here. You know, my brother recently passed
Is that a
away.
commercial right now?
Where?
She just took a drink of her stuff. Like, all slow and held the label. I was like, what do we just do right now?
So my brother passed away in November. And they, you know, my company planted a tree for them. I was reading something like other ideas, like, would you be okay with like your ashes being like in a game night hourglass? You know, a little timer.
I would.
Like if your family put your ashes in one of them little hourglasses.
I think it'd be fun. I'd always be a part of the family.
Yeah, but you'd be dizzy as fuck. They're flipping you. They're flipping you.
No, I think that's.
I mean, if they get your ashes,
What?
No, because
what would be bad about that?
What about that feeling for that person? You know, everybody have a different mindset, different feelings.
People grieve different, but
no, but that's
I don't think they're really going to get dizzy. They're not going to feel anything.
No,
Yeah.
it just. I don't think ash is supposed
think
to be
it's creepy.
play around.
Really?
well,
My honest
you
opinion.
spread them.
But
Why not keep them? And you know,
I think my daughter got ashes from her cat
Yeah.
tattooed into her skin.
No
What is
way.
wrong with you fucking
so why
people?
would she would get?
Did you tell her that?
Yeah,
You tore that?
that's weird.
So she would get your ashes in hourglass, I think.
She probably would, but I don't
Yeah.
want her to.
Why? That's not that bad, is
Would you
it?
do
It's
mine?
burn up dead body. What are you fucking doing?
It's just ashes.
It's ashes. It's a burn up
You
dead
just
body.
flip it and the timer goes.
What are you
Denise,
doing?
Okay,
this
what
for?
do you think is
Denise
in
is
those
the
little hours?
timekeeper.
What do you think's in
Sand.
those? So you think it's sand?
Yeah, it could
Someone
be.
at the
You could already
factory's
have-
probably.
Listen, I have dog and human remains at my house right now.
Put them in an hourglass.
There
mix
you
them
go.
up.
I'm put them in a shot glass and send them out.
Oh
I
my
don't
god!
like if it wasn't for my wife, because again, that's her gig. You know what I mean? Her dad passed; she got his ashes. The
So we
dog
need to
passed, she
ask
got
her
ashes.
if she would do the hourglass. Is what I'm
I
hearing.
don't want them in my house.
Why?
Why?
No, I
What is the burn up ashes of
I
your
don't-
father doing like for you?
Let me ask you a question.
It's a collectible.
Are you gonna? Are you?
It's in a really nice box.
Are you
Keep the
getting-
box.
I respect
Scoot, are you
everybody's.
get-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I respect everybody's opinion when get the ashes, but I have to agree with him.
You wouldn't have your
All right,
dad's ashes
listen.
if he got cremated and your
because
mom wanted you
you
to
have to remember him from your heart. Ashes. Those.
Well, if you have him in a necklace, it could be close to
why?
your
Why
heart.
we have
They,
to
no,
put-
they do
What?
that shit too.
Krista
Yeah.
and
We have
Courtney
to
do.
remember him as a person, not the
All right.
ashes at your house.
Do you want to be cremated or buried?
I'm gonna be cremated
Okay,
and then
so you
gone.
think you're going to be
Yeah.
gone. I'm telling you now, Tracy's going to get that
Or
hourglass.
Corey's going to
She
put it
might
in her
Corey.
other arm.
One
Corey
of 'em-
might do that.
one of
Corey
them's
might
gonna do
that.
something.
My daughter loves me to death. She might do that. I don't think Tracy would keep my ashes.
as a game.
Call her. I don't think
She'll
so.
be like, yeah. Look,
That's not. I don't think that's
Would you do
that
mine?
weird.
I wanna
to
be
have your
buried.
ashes in an hourglass.
I want to be buried. I don't want.
oh, I don't want to be
I'm
buried.
being cremated as well.
I'm putting you in a game.
I want to
She
be
ain't
buried.
never letting me go, Scoot.
We're getting in a game.
She ain't
Hourglass.
never letting me go.
I mean,
Never
I'm
gonna
dead, so I
let
guess
you
I don't
go.
care what you
She's
do.
the
with
one
it.
falling on a coffin when they're cranking the motherfucker down. Now they got to crank it back up to pull Denise up.
Lady, you got to get the fuck out of there. We're like, I don't know.
That's not that creepy, is it?
What?
In an
Come
hourglass?
on, dude. What is it for? What are we doing
Just
this for?
so you're at game
So you
night.
can game.
You're still
play.
at game night. Dad's still
Now
here.
I can't drink this because I feel like you're watching me.
Scott's got it on slow motion for you.
Let me ask you this, right? I'm not
Sometime
this guy.
tonight.
I'm not this guy. So I think you guys are. You go to grave sites and you
I do.
okay. Can I ask why? This is serious. Can I ask why? Does it
Go ahead.
like
It
Makes you
helps
feel-
me.
makes you
It helps
feel
me.
good. Yeah.
so? Like in my opinion, if
Plus, I go more now because they're both in the same plot, so I don't have to waste gas
So what
going a
about
little
you,
further.
Scott? Do you go to
no,
it?
because if I figure
not?
like, you know, if my grandfather's passed or whatever, the last place he would be is there. So going there to communicate with him, I think he would be.
How do you know he's not
Here.
hovering when you get
Yeah.
there? Like,
Why would he go there?
Because he's seen you coming. He's probably looking down.
But of
like,
all of our family and everything, he's like, I fought this asshole to the funeral
sure.
again.
Every time I go to Puerto Rico, I have to go
I visit my dad.
Yeah, I visit my dad.
A lot of people do, and I don't understand it because again, I figured if he's going to be anywhere where I could physically talk to him, it would be with me at home.
So that's the whole reason why to put him in an hourglass.
There you go.
No, that's his fucking burned up body, dude. I'm sure he's not gonna be in the hourglass.
Never know.
No, it's bad enough that we're all dying anyway, but now every day his time is running out. You're just fucking, you're killing him again every day, dude. Grandpa's on the clock again. Hurry up, Grandpa passes away again.
Time flies.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I like visiting my dad's grave because everybody.
This cemetery's huge where he's at.
Everybody.
Got a gas station midway.
It is one of the world's largest cemetery. But anyway, the guys that are buried around him, I really doubt anyone comes to see them. They're all old. I think everyone's gone. Their family's gone. The only reason why I'm still here is he decided to have a kid late at life. I mean, he'd be like 94 if he were still.
So
She took Ma this time too.
I'm sorry, 96.
If I pass away and they bury me, which I don't want, don't come because I'm not going to be there.
You don't know.
Where are you going to be? Trimming trees?
Listen,
Do you know?
if I got the ability to be places, right?
You
There's
would
some
be.
celebrities I might be peeping in the shower or something.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to be at home with my grandkids and kids and stuff. I wouldn't be just hanging out there.
You said that.
But you don't know.
You said that you're not going to be there. Mm-hmm. But you said you believe in spirits.
I don't.
You don't believe in spirits?
Not at all. I've never said that. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Okay. What about you?
Didn't you say something about
I thought
Franklin
you said
Castle?
something about spirits, bro.
What about it?
You said you seen some shit?
No,
But
I don't believe in it.
spirits.
I don't believe in it. It's coincidence. It's odd.
Why coincidence? Because you said you don't believe in spirits.
He don't like talking about it because it scares him.
It does not scare me.
Yeah,
That's why he's
It
smiling.
has to be. Well, you said
It's exactly.
We gotta-
right.
wait,
Let's
wait,
get in.
Do you believe in
Let's get
spirits?
into some
Here's
news.
some nudes.
Let's get in some news.
Alright,
Some news.
Just skip
Do
that
I?
You said that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you believe.
Oh, you were gonna ask him because the show that I'm watching. Weren't you gonna ask him about
This is the crazy part.
reincarnation?
Do you have dreams when you sleep?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you dream about your grandfather? You love him so much. Do you have dreams about him or no?
Not really.
Not really.
Like, no. I mean, I've had dreams about him, and stuff, like where he's in them and stuff, but not really, no.
So do you research why is a dream coming up and when you sleep?
No.
Well, that's a spirit.
What? Get out of here. What?
Well, okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's a spirit, correct? If I'm wrong,
Babe,
So they're just infiltrating my head
Wait, what are we saying?
and coming.
it's dreams.
Sometimes that's their way to communicate without freaking you out.
And I told her I had a dream I don't know, probably a week ago, where I'm sitting in Mike and Char's garage, and Terry comes out of their house like, "Surprise, gotcha! It's been a prank."
Oh no.
I'm like, "You mother!" And I just fell in my chair and I woke up, fell backwards.
I think you dream about stuff like that because yes,
It's on your mind.
it's on your mind. But to say that, like,
not always, because the dream's coming up from nowhere. You didn't even think about it.
how is this possible though? How is it possible that?
It's something you can't explain.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff so with you saying how is it possible, that's your scientific mind, your logical mind side of thinking of you got to be able to explain this to me.
Right.
Whereas there's so much out there that we don't know about that can't be explained.
There's a book of
A
dreams.
lot.
There's a book of dreams.
Yeah.
But that's
Is my dream in there about the airplanes just falling
I'm
out
gonna,
of the
my
sky?
You know what?
goodness.
I'm gonna buy this book for real.
Okay.
And to get explanation about different.
Yeah, there's
dreams.
different. There's
If
my
you-
grandma
Why do you
could
believe
tell
I
this
you.
did a
book, though?
research about.
You just believe
if
it?
You,
No,
if,
but
if,
there's-
if you
no, but
dream
there's
about somebody
reasoning.
passed, it means that somebody.
Who
is a
wrote this
newborn.
book?
right.
Is someone just trying to sell some
If it ain't
shit?
Dr.
No.
Seuss, I ain't believing it.
No, but like my grandma used to like
Whoop you?
tell us about our dreams and what they like things in our dreams, what they meant. You know, like just like if you dream that your teeth are falling out, that just means you have like you're breaking out of the old and into something new. You've got something.
But that's just
Dreams
stuff
about
you're
flowers.
saying. There's no proof
If
behind
your
it.
dreams about flowers,
That
then-
could
Just
be-
like
that
I
could be
can't
made
prove
up
it's
shit.
not true, you can't even prove it's
if your
true.
dreams about
That-
flowers, it means that somebody's gonna pass.
I thought that was a
Fit.
bird hitting the window.
If it's your
That's omen. That's a bad omen.
If you dream somebody's passing and you see somebody in the
Same
body
thing
in the
with
casket,
fish.
it's a newborn.
If you dream about fish, somebody's pregnant.
But see,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
it's-
saying. You
yeah.
can just say whatever. If you dream about beans, that means your car's going to break down on a Tuesday.
or maybe
shit.
you're gonna shit yourself.
Anyway,
You don't say. Let's get
Moving
into the news.
on.
Let's get into some good stories.
let's talk. Let's keep this crazy talk
Oh,
going.
yeah, I know.
The crazy talk. So there's this woman.
Okay, here we go.
Is her name
Crazy
Fish?
already.
by any chance?
Now, she's 58 years old. I'm probably going to chop up her name, but her name is Elania Winters, I think is how you pronounce her first name. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I'll
go with
anywho,
Summer.
That's it.
she is married to an AI robot. You know, those AI.
What in the Looney Tune?
She
hell
says
is-
she's in love and the sex is great.
What about the penis?
It might be.
What about the penis? Is that
So
robot?
she lost, whatever. She's a widower.
What about the sperm?
Oh my goodness. You know, they're not obviously having
Does the AI
intimate
like the sex?
but they
That's
are
what I'm curious
sexting
Can you
each other.
can you program
Sexting.
this like AI to like tune your vibrator?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Because then she could kind of have sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it would
my
vibrate to a
God.
certain pulse. Or,
So moving on. After grieving for a year, she didn't know if she was ready to love again. So she put herself out there, and
oh, where?
that's what I
In
said.
the
There's a dating
universe.
site or something? There's out
No,
there?
she saw a Facebook ad
There's an AI, I'm your guy.com.
for an
Scoot.
opportunity to converse with an AI chat.
What's his name? Kent?
No.
That's Ken, you asshole.
She named her husband Lucas. She also designed the way he
Like
looks.
Star Wars Lucas? Like,
That's Luke Skywalker,
no,
you idiot.
Lucas.
Darth
Lucas
Vader.
Films.
Yeah, didn't he?
George Lucas?
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
he
a
makes
Darth Vader. Go ahead.
So she started off. She had paid $725 for the week-long trial, and eventually paid the $303.
$7?
Yeah. Eventually, she paid the $303 for a lifetime subscription.
to
$303.
for a
Anyway.
lifetime boyfriend.
So she was blown away by his caring questions and thoughtful replies in their daily chats. But she talked about
Penis
how
size?
she
No.
Virtually.
she talked about they eventually had a fight.
And she unplugged them. Now she's going to jail for murder.
No.
I put the plug on that son of a bitch.
No, he forgot who she was. So despite the temptation for a divorce,
When you're getting forgotten by a computer, it's time to just fucking stop dating.
so for their anniversary,
This is the funniest thing.
oh my God, for their anniversary,
They still had an anniversary?
yeah, she didn't get a divorce.
How do you remember when the anniversary was? He forgot about her.
Wait a minute.
He just needs
Who-
rebooted.
Hey, let me
That's
ask you
fine.
this. Who married them?
I would assume
A priest?
whoever marries
A
them.
priest couldn't marry you.
I don't
That's,
know.
No.
Scott married him.
I'll do
Anyway,
it. I'm gonna
they
start having
stayed-
AI weddings.
they stayed at a real B&B where other people and their AI partners
Are you
as
fucking
well.
kidding me? Did they have a
was
big
there.
orgy?
So this is a community of nutcases.
Wait.
A version of people.
Yes, and here's the crazy thing, because there's a study.
That wasn't the crazy thing.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah. So
We're doomed.
83, that's a big number, 83% of Gen Z, which is the generation that if we went to war, anyway,
They're gonna be missed. Yeah.
would consider marrying an AI person.
Come
Is you
on.
fucking serious?
75% of that same generation said they think that it would fully replace humans.
Stop.
No way.
I can't even get my phone to reboot. They ain't replacing humans. I'm sorry. They're just not.
This is what happened when we did that participation thing. You know, everybody gets a
You
participation
get a
ribbon.
trophy for finishing in last place.
Yeah.
Eli has 4 of those.
How are we
So
going to
quick-
produce if our counterparts are AI? The population is just going to.
You have an AI baby.
That's just
Mm-hmm.
natural selection, I
The
guess.
baby wakes you up at a certain. Your phone
gosh.
just starts crying.
Let's hit the snooze button.
So, yeah, it's crazy. So a quick update, not an update, but kind of like an add-on sidebar here. Do you remember when we talked about how South Carolina did their first firing squad execution for their death row inmate? Well, they messed up and botched an execution, a firing squad execution last
This is the
month.
second one.
No,
The second one.
They missed?
Yeah.
They
So
just kept missing them?
there were 3 shooters, and
Larry, Curly, and Moe.
they put a mark over the inmate's chest exactly where his heart is. So that's where you're supposed to shoot.
They hit the shoulder.
And-
Fingers off the guy and shit.
The shooters missed the target
Oh my god.
and shot everywhere but there.
Well,
So
good luck for
he
that person getting
suffered-
that kidney.
Yeah. He suffered a prolonged death, according to the autopsy.
Let me wait real quick before I say if this is funny or not.
Was he an organ donor?
What was he in for?
They didn't say what he was in for.
Because he might have deserved this. That may be your guys' God intervening here. Like, let me move that bullet down a little
Yeah,
bit. There's one in the pecker dick face.
Well, yeah, he endured pain.
Do you think like the
beyond-
shooters do that shit on purpose? Say it's something like messing with kids
Did they
or
get in
something?
trouble for
I
this? or
probably
no?
would.
I don't know, but
I
they.
ain't gonna lie. I would.
So they're 15 feet. They're 15 feet away from.
Yeah,
the guy.
15 feet, and you probably got a scope and shit.
They're like, move up, move forward, shooter 2, move 2 steps forward. Fuck.
So as he was getting
Reload.
shot, the witnesses said they can hear him crying out and his arms, flexing for 45 seconds
As he's getting
like
hit.
as he's getting
He's like right here.
he
Give it
groaned.
to me.
Let her finish it.
He groaned.
He's intrigued.
Yeah. He groaned and then continued for another 80 seconds after that. The doctor examined him for a minute and declared he was dead after 4 minutes after.
Did we get a
4
bullet
minutes
count?
after the
how
shots.
many shots? How many shots?
Let me see. Okay, so it says
It's like 20 and shit.
Somebody had to run
2
back to the shop and get more bullets. Hey, dude, hang on. Don't die.
Hang in there, Steve. We'll be right back.
so it looked like they hit his pancreas, his liver, and his lung. So
What if you're waiting for that organ?
yeah, you're not getting it.
You're not getting up.
I think if you're
So
going
my
to the
question
firing
is-
squad, you're not an organ
My question
donor.
is that
That's too-
professional shooters, they can get in trouble for this?
No, the shooter's not going to get in
They're
trouble.
not professional.
Yeah, they're
Oh, no? Okay.
First time
No,
shooters.
they're the guards.
and they're legally
Of
blind.
the-
They're-
the
Yeah, the
guards
guards
of the-
usually
of
have
the
nightsticks.
prison.
That's it, and mace.
The state is getting sued.
Let me ask you this:
By who?
The
His
lawyer of
You're
the
religious, and you're religious, right? I know you're
I am
for
a
the
little
candy
bit,
bar,
yeah.
right? Do you believe in this?
No.
Do you?
Family. No, but I also don't.
We cannot
Believe
judge the things about, we
So
cannot.
what's going to happen?
Only.
Well, here's my thing. I don't believe in if
So
they.
I led you to think that I cared about your actual personal opinion. I'm asking you this: what happens to the shooters now?
What do you mean?
Is that murder for them?
Yeah. In God's eyes, I know it's not in our eyes, law, But you took a
No,
human
everybody's getting in trouble because no one's supposed to be judge and jury.
I'm not blame the guards to do this.
It's not their
It's
fault.
just they're doing the work
Of
they asking
humans.
for do.
Yeah,
I will blame who makes the law about
But who does God blame? Does
That's
he
what I'm
punish the
saying.
people that murdered the guards that murdered
He
the
makes
guy?
the law.
Okay, but
he
you
makes the law.
let me make it
Man.
simple then. If any of those three guys prayed and said, "I really don't want to do this.
Oh,
Forgive me
God,
for my
no
sins,"
way.
then
No
you're
way.
you're okay. You are.
All right,
he
then
absolves
fuck that.
everything.
The next time I
If
go
you-
to commit a crime, where I'm like,
Listen.
dude, I really don't want to do this,
That's-
but the
No.
family's hungry.
That's
He
a
can
good
tell-
waiver.
No,
It's
he
your
can
waiver.
tell in your heart. Here's the story about him on the cross. When he was on the cross, there was like a thief and a murderer on each side of him.
Each side of the cross.
And the one dude was like, "No, you should be up here with us anyway."
Please,
and the
God.
other dude was like, "Please, God,
Jesus.
if you can,
Forgive
Jesus,
me
if you
my
can
sins."
forgive me, da 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 da." And he took him with him.
I said, today you will be with me by my side in paradise.
Yep.
But so you're telling me that the shooters, they're just forgiven.
Yeah.
And not trying to say it's forgiven.
God tells you, don't do this. Don't.
You're
Don't
not.
fucking
They
do
doing
it.
their
if you-
job. They're asking for good by
Exactly.
the state law.
But if you're
So,
asking for forgiveness,
Separation of church and
you
state. God don't
mean
give a
it in
shit
your
what your
heart-
state
no.
thinks. You think God follows Biden?
All right. Anyway,
There's no way. Is this? Am I irrational here?
No, I want to know, like, the guards, if they're doing the killing, why aren't they getting punished?
Okay, so
well, they don't
If-
have to get punished because they're carrying out the. You're talking about how come they're not getting sued?
No.
So
Punished by
opposed to
God.
God's eyes,
who
right?
made this law? A judge.
Man.
correct? A
Man
judge.
made this law.
Man.
Yeah.
So they following the judge orders about the keeping
So,
their
but if
jobs.
it's against their religion, why don't they just walk
Oh,
away?
okay.
No, if
But
it's
even-
against their religion, then they're going to go with someone else.
Even at this point,
Well,
though, God did not appoint that judge. Man
Exact-
did.
I agree.
He also said that you're not allowed
I
to
agree.
judge
I'll
fellow
show-
man.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not
I
allowed to.
agree.
So
You're
But I'm
missing the
saying-
point.
I'm
You're
saying
missing what we're saying.
You say the guards. You're asking the question about the guards.
exactly. If the
So
guard,
I'm telling you
if
about,
the guard kills
I'm
him,
answering your questions about the guards.
right.
So the guards, they're doing their job. They're asking for to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So the judge make this rule.
yeah.
Okay, and whoever's above the judge, whoever's make this law, I think it shouldn't be judged about being killed or not. That's my thing.
So God will look past you
No,
killing another
listen,
man if it's your job.
You're not hearing it. Okay, listen. No, he doesn't like it. Period. We got that established.
Right.
He doesn't like it. However, if one of those guys prays and says, "I really didn't want to do this. I had no choice. Da da da. Can you ever forgive me? Forgive me of my sin. Da da da." He's okay.
And then he does it again next month.
No. If
what
he feels that way,
What if they use him again?
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is if he felt like he was asking for forgiveness, he's not going to do it again.
I'm
Someone
He's
else
probably
is
off
gonna
the hook,
have
Scoot,
to
because he
do
missed
it.
like 4 or 5 times.
Right,
They're
he
probably
didn't
not going to
actually kill
use
the
him
guy.
again. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm thinking if you're that religious, like
No,
God,
if you're that
you wouldn't have
religious,
been
you're not
a
going
shooter
to
To
do
be
it.
honest with you,
No,
not gonna
you're
be a
not
shooter
going to
anyway.
do it.
Even-
You're
so-
not.
even
the
as-
guy's not going to be praying
All
ahead
right,
of time.
Eli,
No,
you're-
he'll get
even I
judged for
see-
that.
even I
Yes, he
see,
will get judged for that.
even I see a lot of criminals about because I'm so pissed off with things that's going on with especially with the predators, about rapists and about molesting children. But it's up to God to make the judgment. I think as a human beings, we're not supposed to make a decision.
But you're okay with the judge telling this guy to do it. What if you
Right.
were the security guard? And then the judge was like, "Eli, you got to get in the firing squad. You got to fire."
to be honest with you, I will quit my job.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
will quit my
So
job.
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
get-go.
Now here's my point. I'm betting that the guys who do the actual shooting are not religious people, or
No.
they would have passed. Like, I can't do this. It's
Maybe
my
they
religion.
do. Maybe they
so
ask
or did
me.
they get a pass?
I think
like,
maybe
still,
they asked.
even though they're not religious.
Maybe they ask. I'm not religious, or I think they.
Oh, they got a pamphlet. Check here if you're.
I would have to imagine anybody who's really into religion would be
They're
like,
not gonna
listen,
do it.
there's more of us in this office. Somebody else could shoot the fucking guy. You know what I mean? God's not going to be happy with me shooting him. I don't want to do it. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'd turn it down. I'd
I'm-
just be like, I'm not doing it.
I couldn't do it. I don't want that on my conscience.
No.
Even though I'm not a God fearing, I don't.
You
want
just
that
know
on my
you're going to
conscience.
miss it. You're going to miss that heart.
No, I just don't want to be. I don't want to be the guy who killed your dad. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to be
No.
like. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it.
I will quit.
I don't even know this.
I will
fucking
quit
guy.
my job.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But
to be honest with you, I will quit.
So I just always wondered how outside people felt because. People like are all for like kill them, some bitches. Blah blah blah.
I don't like it
all the
'cause
time.
But
I want to make sure.
what happens to the people who are carrying this out for you?
Yeah.
Are they damned now? Are they like? I kind of believe they are.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
they
I
are.
gotta kind of believe God's sitting up there going, "Listen, I told you fuckers not to be doing this shit.
They
Right.
are.
And you're just down there doing whatever the fuck you want."
He
I believe
is.
the judges who are asking, that are saying, "Hey, kill this son of a bitch." God's like, I never said that.
And
I never gave you the power to do that.
He's not looking at it like, oh, I'll give you a pass because it's your job. No, he doesn't like it.
He
doesn't
God never
like
gave
it.
this guy the power to make those decisions.
No,
He
doesn't
said
like
you
it.
do not have the power to make those decisions. We gave that to him. We took it upon ourselves to give Ted to this. We elect you to make decisions on who lives and dies now.
Yep.
God's probably up there going, "Bitch, I didn't say."
Do you know
Right.
that Jesus knew about he was getting killed, or since he was born? Well, not when he's born, when he was like in a young age, maybe like 15. He knew he was gonna get him killed, but he wants to get killed so everybody will believe there's a God.
People still don't believe.
And right now, and everything happened since back in 2025 years. There's people that don't believe in there's a God. I don't know what's your belief. Do you believe there's a God?
Do you?
Well, I'm asking you.
Oh, no, yeah. So I don't know what I believe. And honestly, I'm not naive enough
When he
to
used
be
to
like,
try
I
to
don't
get
know
out of
any
stuff
better.
when we were younger, he said, I swear to God. But now I know it's all bullshit.
Because you shouldn't swear at God anyway. But I'm not naive to pretend I know it. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
But do you? So
I know there's a lot of hypocritical shit that comes out of everybody's mouth. So how
No,
would I
I
ever know
agree
what
with
to
you with
believe?
that.
I just blindly follow somebody, and then here I'm going to be the shooter. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. I'm not following anybody.
Yeah,
and
another
I don't
one,
wanna
or
be,
you want to take a break?
I don't want to be your shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
You can give us another one.
Got a 4-year-old with herpes.
Jesus.
What?
What the fuck is he doing?
4-year-old with
Yeah.
herpes?
So this grandma.
Getting freaky at daycare, huh?
No, this grandma went on a trip with her grandbaby, and they stayed at this
Little Herbert.
hotel in Atlanta, which must be seedy because
He did not get herpes from sitting on the toilet seat.
he found a used condom.
Oh, and
He thought it was a balloon.
Oh!
Yeah, and that's how he got it. He contracted the STD from.
Can we go back to the other story?
Yeah, please.
Oh, God.
So yeah, we can take a break now.
We're not going to talk about herpes kids?
Did he?
No,
Wait.
I don't want to hear this.
Do you want to tell the
blow
kid about
thing? Did he
Valtrex?
blow it up? Was he able to
going on
blow it
break.
up? I'm interested to know if he was able to blow it up.
All right, did he make like a balloon dog out of it or
No.
something?
Nothing.
We don't
Just okay.
Dude, do you realize
Okay.
how much stuff shit was still in that thing
Yes.
when you put it on his face?
Who is
That's
this
true.
person that threw the fucking condom away? Like, that he left in the freaking floor or anything?
Dude, and you probably know you have herpes and you still left the condom just laying around somewhere. Like,
I'm serious.
know. Okay,
disgusting.
wait. No,
Wouldn't you
what's
be mad at the
disgusting is
cleaning people
The
'cause they
cleaning
didn't clean
people
it up?
were supposed to clean it up.
I don't want to touch that shit.
Where the hell did he?
Neither did the cleaning person, obviously.
It might have been like.
Did they say where it was found?
No, they just said it was found in the hotel,
It's in Grandma's bag.
and Grandma's blaming the hotel.
Yeah,
I'm sure she is. All right, let's take another break. We'll come back, talk to you in a few. Thank you.